Welcome to the first film of Bottles Inspector series, in which I show you how to easily create a complete program for the visual analysis of bottles by using the Adaptive Vision Studio environment. The first task is to count the bottles. Initially, I'll set a file path to the test images. I can do it by dragging and dropping the folder to my workspace. As a result, Enumerate Elements filter is added to the editor. Now it's time to connect Enumerate Files to Load Image filter, which reads images from each file. I'll connect the output from Load Image to Show Image plugin. Okay, now we can see our images. As you can see, we have a bright background between bottle tops. It will help us to find edges of the tops. Now let me set InRepeat parameter as true. Now Enumerate file can read images constantly from the beginning to the end. To effectively detect first and second edges of each top, I'll use Scan Multiple Stripes filter. This filter detects edges along a scan path. Let's set this path along the whole image. Now I'm going to align Y coordinates of first and second point, and put X coordinates exactly at the beginning and at the end of the image. Okay, let's find out what our results look like with the default parameters. Results are imprecise, as you can see. It's clear that we need to fit filters parameters to this case. First of all, I'm going to measure the widths of the tops. I have a very useful tool, a ruler, to do so. Now I assign this value to in-min-inner distance parameter. It's also necessary to set the proper intensity of the objects. Now our edges are detected perfectly. Just in case, I'll increase smoothness a little bit to reduce the noise impact. Let's find out how it looks on other images. Now I'm going to designate segments between those points. Fine, let's take a look at this data on the preview. Now I'm going to designate centers of this segment. To do so, I'll use Segment Center. Okay, our center points are ready. Those are the most important objects in the whole program. Thanks to them, we can designate other detection areas. Now I'm going to finish our task, which was counting bottles. Let's use Array Size filter, which will help us to check the correctness of object's number. Now, thanks to test integers equal, I can check if the size of array is equal to 4. Let's see the results. Fine, numbers of objects are correctly verified. Now I need to convert all filters of the first part of the program to a macro filter. It'll help me to keep it clear and transparent. Let's name this macro filter and add outputs for filters which include results of analysis. As we can see, the first task is done. In the next part, I'll use center points to measure distances between bottles. I encourage you to watch the second part of the tutorial.